Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I post weight loss tips and advice videos every single week for people who are struggling or need help losing weight. If that kind of content benefits you or you like these videos that I'm putting out, if you find them beneficial, please like and subscribe. It really means a lot. I'm loading up the car. We're getting ready to go on a trip to Asheville, North Carolina, about 6 hours away. So we've got a little bit of a drive ahead of us. In today's video, it's a little bit different. I'm gonna be going over what I do and what I have found beneficial when I'm traveling or going on vacation on how to stay on track, losing weight or maintaining weight, and not letting your vacation get ruined or interrupted with worrying too much about losing weight or gaining too much weight if you're eating things that are not part of your normal diet. As you can probably tell, it's early and I haven't had my coffee yet. So that's affecting the quality of this intro. So I'm gonna finish loading up the car. We're gonna get on the road and I will get back with you all once we get there. Road meal number 1 on the day. And just like that, we're in Asheville, North Carolina. Kind of a long drive. We're staying at this Airbnb, which is actually really nice. I'll put all the information where we're staying and who the host is in the description box below, just in case you want to check them out. It was a really good deal, and it's a really nice, like, private apartment at a home here in Asheville. So let me make sure it's in focus here. So you have like this whole area. You have a full kitchen, kind of like a living room mix area. And then you have a separate room with a king-size bed and things of that nature. But like I said, I'll put all the description below for the host. They've been really nice, and so far so good. I kind of showed a little snapshot earlier of what I actually had for lunch today. We left home at around 6:30 a.m. living in Indiana. It was about a 6.5 hour drive to get here to Asheville, North Carolina. I did not have my first meal until noon. It is now about 1:15. So I just started eating for the day about an hour and a half ago, hour and 15 minutes ago. Something that I really like doing when I'm traveling, I always make sure that I'm intermittent fasting. So even though I got an early start to the day on the road, I found that it really helps me out a lot when we go on trips like this, whether it be road trips or we're flying or anything like that, that if I can stay intermittent fasting, I'm able to enjoy the foods that we tend to eat while we're on vacation and traveling around trying new things, and still be able to stay on track whatever my goals are at the time. So we're gonna head out to this hike right now. Yes. Okay. So we just got done hiking the Catawba? We're probably butchering the name, but we just got done hiking our first trail here in Asheville. It was so crowded. I mean, it is a Sunday and it is 3:20 in the afternoon, but damn, there is a ton of people out there. There's only like, what, like 2.1 miles, 2.2 miles round trip to a waterfall and stuff. I'll put the name of the hike. I'll have it pop on the screen right now so you know which one I'm talking about. But it's like a mile out hike to a waterfall, and then like the whole way out there, you can like stop and play in the creek and stuff. So there were a ton of kids and dogs and things of that nature. But as far as like COVID restrictions and stuff were concerned, I never saw a sign. There was no vising, anything. There was no social distancing, was there?
Not at all.
No, there was nothing like that. So this trail is definitely open, but yeah. So I don't know if this is just normal weekend traffic for this trail, but it is dog friendly. It's super family friendly, but be cautious of coming on the weekend if you come to Asheville, because it is popular. Y'all ready to go on the next hike? Next one? We're at hike number 2 for the day. This one's Rattlesnake Lodge Trail. This one doesn't look to be nearly as busy as the last one, so hopefully I actually can film on this trail. I wanted to film more on the last one, but it was just way too crowded. So, you ready to go? Okay, let's go.
It just went.
Yeah.
I saw it go down there.
Is that the Hey. scared off. Is that the only one that y'all have seen so far?
Yes.
Okay, so we just rounded this like curve up here, which this hike is pretty much just like all switchbacks and like normal things that you would expect of a hike, where the last one was more of a water attraction where people were like bringing towels and everything like that. But we just came around this turn and a big black bear came running across the trail and went down one of the hillsides, and we've got 2 of our dogs with us, so I guess we spooked him. But yeah, he took off pretty quick down the hill. But there was another group ahead of us that had to stop, and I guess they were waiting to see what he was going to do or what she was going to do. And they were kind of like bunkered down. We couldn't see them from where we rounded the curve, and once we rounded it, he just took off. But yeah, so if you're going to be on Rattlesnake Trail, there are black bears out here. So you probably already knew that, but just a heads up. Yeah, so we've hiked all over like the West Coast and like Grand Teton National Park and Yellowstone and things of that nature. Been fortunate enough to never run into a bear, but here in North Carolina, I was reading some articles before we came down here, and they said that they've seen a lot of sightings this year. That one was just like, you know, a little black bear. So he was pretty skittish. He took off pretty quick, and we've passed some other people on the trail. They haven't said that they've seen anything, but they've had dogs with them. I'm surprised that he was even in the area, but this trail is definitely a lot less crowded than the last one. Rattlesnake Lodge Trail on a Sunday afternoon, we've only seen, I think there was only 3 cars parked in the pull-off spot, and we've only seen 2 other groups out here, and we've been out here for about an hour and a half or so. The bear was only about 1.5 miles into the trail, so yeah, took off running down the side, and we haven't made it to the actual Rattlesnake Lodge ruins, so we have to make it out there, which is about another mile out, and then have to come back. So we'll see what happens. So we made it out to the like main point of this hike, which is Rattlesnake Lodge, which looks like it used to be an old cluster of vacation homes that people used to use back in like 1903, 1904. I'm reading the sign that they have out here right now. So if you do this hike, the trail will continue. I think it hooks in with some other trails in the area, but to get to Rattlesnake Lodge, you will hike from the trailhead out about 1.5 miles to 2 miles, and then you'll get to this point. And it's got like some stuff you can walk around it. You can see like some of the old mortar and brick from the homes that used to be here. They've got like an old fire pit and what looks like to be like some kind of like milling station. It's like really shady, so if you're not really paying attention, especially when it's in the summer and things are really overgrown, you might miss it. So just be like, if you have anything to track your distance, it's right at about 1.5 miles to 2 miles out is when you'll hit this site. So this is where we were going to come today. We're going to hike back out 1.5 miles to get back to our car. Haven't seen any more bears, but we'll keep you updated. Most of you all are here for weight loss advice. Specifically for this video, traveling and how to either stay on track losing weight or maintaining your weight, because that's something that I really struggled with as far as being able to go on trips and enjoy myself and not feel guilty about the snacks and the different foods that I was eating while I was on vacation. Since I have lost my weight, we plan a lot of our trips around the physical activities that we're going to be doing, as far as hiking, horseback riding, whitewater rafting. I mean, we've tried a lot of different things just because we are not sedentary people. We don't like going and just like hanging out on the beach or just sitting and doing nothing for a week. So we try to find like different activities that we can get into. Nothing like too strenuous. It's not about the workout when we're on vacation. I've found that whenever we do go on trips and they are focused around hiking or exploring new areas or things of that nature, I end up getting a pretty good workout in, and it allows me to just enjoy myself a little bit more when dinner time or dessert does roll around. Finally made it back to the car. Another thing that you need to be like wary of if you're gonna come do this hike, they might have 3 total, maybe 4 parking spots at the trailhead of Rattlesnake Lodge Trail. We had to park down here next to the road, but we came really late in the day. So parking might be a problem unless you get here early or after the crowd has left. So if you do stay at this Airbnb, they do ask you to park at the bottom of the driveway and then walk up, and then you stay in the back of this building right here, the second floor. You enter through the back of that building. So just heads up if you have a lot of luggage or you're bringing a lot of stuff with you. So we just made it back to the room without any more bear encounters. This is a really nice Airbnb. So like I kind of went over it a little bit earlier, but like, hold on. So like you have a full kitchen minus maybe like the stove's a little bit smaller, but it's nothing that's gonna affect anything that great. But has a coffee maker, has a toaster oven, microwave, full fridge and freezer, and then like you have everything that you need as far as like dishes, silverware, things of that nature. You have a dishwasher. So I'll be sure to include everything down below and kind of mention this if we have any other like run-ins or issues. But so far they've been really nice. It's really private, so the house itself that people actually live in or that they own is like, it's connected, but it's across the way, so you don't actually ever have to come into contact with anybody or share any space. You're just kind of in like their own private apartment building that they have at this property. But it's really nice. We highly recommend so far. Okay, so we finally made it to dinner. What I like to do when I'm traveling, going out of town on vacation, I like to try to have one big meal that I'm gonna enjoy. It's not gonna be anything diet friendly or calorie friendly, anything like that. I just make sure that I stay intermittent fasting like I talked about earlier. I also make sure to track what I can as far as like a protein bar for a snack or whatever I ate for lunch. Like today it was a protein bar and a bag of chips. Very easily trackable. So I make sure that I track those. I stay intermittent fasting. We usually are out doing something active during the day. So today we did about 5 miles worth of hikes, which helps me just kind of do something other than just stay sedentary all day long. And then that allows me to enjoy a night out, going to a new restaurant or trying something new. Tonight in Asheville, we tried the White Duck Taco Shop. Amazing. Really good. Highly recommend. It's June 7th. This is something that we're finding interesting down here. It's June 7th and they are still pretty much on like coronavirus lockdown. You can't go in any of the businesses without a mask on. They don't allow any dine-in seating for certain restaurants. So we already have reservations for another restaurant here in town in 2 nights. They don't require masks. I'm sure the employees and stuff like that will have them on, but they're at least open for business. This place is open for business. It's the only location. They have 4 other locations here, but none of the other 4 are open. This one is open, but it's outdoor seating only, and then when you go inside to order, you have to wear a mask. So if you're going to Asheville, North Carolina in like the next like week or so, just kind of keep that in mind to make sure that you bring a mask with you or you have one when you come, because they were turning people away at the door if you didn't have them. Okay, so it's actually the next day. I forgot to put this in the video, so that's why I'm filming it now. When we were in downtown Asheville, we noticed that a lot of the businesses on like Main Street or like in what I would consider their business district have a ton of plywood, or the businesses have been boarded up due to the protests that have taken place here in Asheville. I don't know if the businesses sustained damage and that's why they had to put the plywood up, or they put the plywood up so they wouldn't sustain any damage. I'm not sure. Nobody's brought it up to us here. I just know a lot of the businesses in downtown Asheville are boarded up and are not open for business yet, whether it be because of COVID or the protests. There's still protests going on here in Asheville for Black Lives Matter. We passed a large group of them tonight, all peaceful, like nothing aggressive or anything like that, but that's still going on here just like it's going on in a lot of different cities across the country. But yeah, it seems like a lot of the businesses are not yet open for various reasons. I just wanted to throw that in there because I know people will probably be curious about it, but yeah, I had to film it a day later. So now we will jump back to to the correct day. So that's gonna do it for today's video, guys. We are back at our Airbnb. We're about to call it a day. This was meant to be a snapshot to give you an idea of how I do it when I travel, as far as what I'm thinking or what my mindset is for either maintaining weight or when I was losing weight, how I kind of structure my day and think ahead a little bit as far as what my meals are going to be, what my worst meal of the day is going to be, and how I'm going to counterbalance that throughout the trip. We go on trips that are a week and a half long, and this is what I try to do every single day, and it's able to work wonders for me as far as when I get back from my trip, I'm still where I need to be. I don't feel like I had any kind of huge setback, and I'm actually able to enjoy my time off when I'm on vacation, when I'm with my family or friends. So like I said before, if you enjoy these videos or you find them beneficial in your weight loss journey, please like and subscribe to my channel below. All of my information will be listed down there, all of my social media accounts, an email you can reach me at if you have weight loss questions of your own, something that maybe I haven't covered yet or maybe I've got coming up in a future video. Please send them to me either in a direct message, comment on a video, or an email to the one in the description, and I will be sure to respond to you. Also, in this video, all of our other information as far as the Airbnb, the host, and all of that stuff, the hikes that we went on, if you're interested in any of that, the restaurants that we ate at while we're here in Asheville, all of that stuff will be linked in the description box down below. I'm not affiliated with any of these people in any way. Nobody's asking me or paying me to say these things. It's just our experience. Some people are interested. If that benefits you, great. I'm glad to help. Like I said, guys, that's going to do it for today's video, and I will see you guys in the next one.